We have just arrived at the Dominican Republic. We're on a private boat, headed to a private island. Is this what it's like to be fancy? Am I fancy for the first time in my life?
Or at least this is like what it's like to be in an episode of White Lotus.
Yes, but hopefully with a lot less murder. Yeah, this is gonna be pretty awesome.
You guys, we just got to the island. There's like a literal rainbow shining over it. This looks like a freaking painting.
There's a double rainbow. What a way.
All the way across the sky.
Now I know what he felt like on his trip.
Good morning, adventurers.
Good morning.
And welcome to friggin' paradise, you guys.
This is seriously one of the most beautiful places we have ever been.
So this little secluded island paradise is called Cayo Levantado. It also has the nickname of Bacardi Island, and that is because it is famous for Bacardi advertisements. So you have probably seen this island many, many times if you've ever watched TV.
That makes a lot of sense because this is exactly where you'd want to have a delicious rum drink.
Yeah. But I think the most interesting thing is that this used to be a pirate hideout. Jack Bannister in the 1600s, apparently his gang of pirates, this was their hideout. Can you imagine living on this island with like a band of pirates in the 1600s?
And now we're just here on vacation, having a lovely time.
From what we can tell, half the island is the resort, and then the other half might just be kind of open public beach.
And it's actually not just one island. If you see from the bird's eye view, there are a bunch of little islands scattered throughout.
This one over here has like a sandbar that connects it. I mean, this right here is like one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.
This is what you want to see when you go on a Caribbean vacation.
And I mean, of course, the water is just like beautiful aqua green. You can see through it. It's amazing.
All right, but that's enough talking. I think our room is ready, so we're gonna go check in and explore.
Do we do like a walk away thing?
Walk away. Whimsical walking away.
As if I'm not gonna just come back and grab the camera. Now that's movie magic.
All right, room 205. You guys, let me just say, first off, this is the junior suite. This is the
this'll do.
suite. Okay. This is, I'm gonna say, luxury light.
Yeah, that sounds like us.
Yeah.
Actually, luxury does not sound like us, but I'll take it. They have much, much fancier ones.
Oh, they get wild, y'all. But
we're not that fancy.
we're not that fancy. We looked at photos online, obviously, but this is 12 times bigger than I ever thought it was gonna be. But I love the vibe of this room. It's a very beachy feeling.
And the last thing you want to see is like a big nasty TV when you walk into a room like this, so they have it hidden behind this little wall thing.
The whole hotel is here. All the activities for the day. It's a very wellness-centered resort. So you can book things through here. You can order your in-room dining, which is included. And then of course you can control all of your lights and things in the room.
Even the do not disturb, you can turn on. Is that what this is?
Yeah, so you
so you can turn that off and on.
Do not disturb, but you can
Awesome.
also change it to make up the room.
When we checked in, we gave him notes that said we like alcohol. So he was like, since you like alcohol, sir, we gave you some local rum. You know, I thought there was like a mirror behind these little shutters, but it's a nice little view into the bathroom.
It's just Allison.
For when you need to see what's going on in there.
Take a peek.
Woohoo!
Or just open it and say, what's taking so long? It's time for dinner. Speaking of the bathroom, what do you guys think about this? It is as big as our RV.
Yeah.
Maybe bigger. I mean, the shower could hold 12. Huh? You come with friends? Mm-hmm. And the tile in here is the coolest by far. I love me some colorful tile. Colorful tile.
I knew where you were going.
A mouthful. But I mean, just like how beautiful and pristine is all of this. We have an ocean view. Oh my gosh.
They said we almost had a garden view over there, and then at the last minute they moved us to this spot so we'd have a little bit of a view.
But luckily it's a bit of the low season right now, so they had availability, which worked in our favor. So this island is actually 2 kilometers wide, so there's a bit of walking you gotta do to get around there.
Well, not us.
But not us, I was about to say. Here, they give you what they like to call the Lamborghini.
Yeah, it's like a little electric golf cart type of thing,
Yeah.
but it's very quiet, very quick, and freaking awesome. You call these guys and they show up immediately. I don't know how they do it, but they're always there when you need them.
They take you to the beach, to dinner, to wherever you want to go.
And right now, we're going to the beach, the private, fancy beach.
Private fancy beach.
This place insane or what, y'all? When the sun comes out, like look at the color of the water and everything.
It looks like a painting, a real life painting.
Yeah. So right now we're on that little peninsula that you guys saw from up above. It's just so cool that you have this all to yourself, completely private. No one else is around. They must not have very many people staying at the resort.
Yeah, I think we might be in the low or shoulder season. It's also midweek, so I imagine on weekends it gets a little more filled out, but it's been great. We've hardly seen anybody.
The island life looks good on you.
Oh yeah, don't worry everyone, I have a lot of sunscreen on.
Yeah, and I don't, because I forgot.
So as expected, this resort has many different pools. We are at the beach pool, if you can't guess by the sound of the ocean right there.
Yeah, we're really not ocean people. We don't love just getting in the salt water and the sand. So this is great. It feels like I'm basically in the ocean.
But also this pool just kind of tapers up on either side, so it's almost like a beachy shoreline over there.
Plus, look at this. It just looks like Jurassic Park or something. Like a T-Rex is gonna come out of the woods there.
The landscape here is one of the coolest of any resort. It's just pure jungle.
And they really know what they're doing. I mean, they have palm trees placed just perfectly all throughout the property. So much different jungle, overgrowth, and just perfectly manicured, yet natural looking. I just love driving the golf cart through the woods. I feel like I'm on a little jungle safari.
I think the only thing that would make it better is if they would let us drive the golf carts.
That would be next
But
level.
I guess liability and all that stuff.
But if you guys notice from the bird's eye view, there is a helicopter landing pad.
You can literally fly your helicopter to this island and then stay here. If you can do that, we would love to join you.
Yeah, anybody out there with a helicopter that wants to take us for a ride,
Yeah,
we will go.
We could pitch in a little bit for the fuel.
Yeah, sure.
This resort is actually built on a cliffside, so you have to go way down to get to the beach, and you can do that in two ways. You can take the stairs, or you can do the fun way, take the elevator. And it's a glass elevator, so you can see everything.
I'm gonna vote for elevator.
I think I got my directions a little wrong back there. I thought the stairs were over there.
Yeah, you did point like over into nothing. Those are the stairs.
Well,
that's the elevator.
You could probably make your way up there, though,
That
if you
is
wanted
true.
to.
I wouldn't suggest it. Gives you a pretty sweet view of the island. Not bad at all. Night has fallen here on the island. If you've ever been to an all-inclusive resort, usually the food is not very good. Or at least that's been our experience.
It always looks like it's going to be delicious, and then it lets you down.
Yeah.
But luckily for us, this resort is very different. They focus almost entirely on the food, y'all. We're talking like 5-star
5-star?
multi-course. I think I was saying star and course.
But yeah, so all the restaurants on the island are supposed to be friggin' delicious, and they actually set up all the reservations for us. We didn't have to lift a finger, and we are headed to like a Asian fusion kinda.
Fusion, yes. We're gonna eat so much sushi.
You're having a hard time tonight. So much sushi. It's a bit of a tongue
Yes.
twister.
It's going to be muy delicioso.
So this is one of the many restaurants that they have on the island. Like we said, it's a fusion restaurant, and it is a fusion of Japanese and Peruvian. Apparently that is a type of cuisine. I'm gonna put the word that it's called on the screen because I'm not sure how to pronounce it. And what you'll notice on the menu is that you'll see different color icons next to each dish, and that is because this is like a wellness resort, and that means that you can choose one of 4 paths of wellness. You can eat different foods that follow this path, you can do different activities that follow this path, so when you see that symbol, you know that that corresponds to whatever path you have chosen. But it is really a lot like the latest White Lotus one, where they were at like the wellness retreat, you know, and they were doing like the Reiki and the sound bath and all that stuff and the meditation. They do all that stuff here. Well, this is officially the fanciest miso soup we've ever gotten, huh?
This is the second time we've gotten a soup where they give you the dry ingredients and then they pour the broth on top of it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but that makes it freaking fancy. This is the Dominican roll. So it has fresh plantain on there and eel sauce and I think avocado and maybe there's some meat somewhere or fish. I can't remember.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah. It's really good. Okay, confirmed. Delicious. There's actually crab meat in there and it's a really nice balance of sweet and savory.
This sushi is so perfect looking. It looks like the little sample. You know,
Oh,
like the fake
yeah.
plastic sample sushi. But this one is quite edible. Well, this is way too fancy for me. I am not used to eating food that is presented like this. I would just feel bad destroying it. But so get the piece of the cod in there. What are these crispy bits again? God, I can't remember all the ingredients, you guys. I'm sorry. We're more used to like street food where the meat is just roasting on a spit. Oh, delicious. So I think the crispy bits are actually the sweet potato, but I would have never guessed that was sweet potato. You know, the steak is actually pretty delicious, so I'm gonna eat most of this and probably save some room for dessert and not finish this cod. Not my favorite dish, but.
Oopsie, look what we did. We got dessert in our room. So sadly, I've been nursing a little bit of a cold. I think I'm on the tail end of it, but
she hasn't been feeling so good.
No, at the end of the days, I get really exhausted. So instead of staying downstairs, we decided to come back to our room because room service is 24/7 here, y'all,
Yeah.
and it's all included.
And they will give you pretty much anything your heart desires. And right now, we desired delicious cheesecake.
Oh my gosh.
What is with this cheesecake? That's not like any I've seen. Of course, that it has to have some twist on it, right?
I think it's got some like matcha crumble on it and then raspberries on top. But once again, I'm scared to cut into this. It's so beautiful. Oh yeah. Okay, there's the cheesecake. Although it's green inside. I should be concerned, but I'm thinking that's the matcha. Yep. Confirm. Muy delicioso. But this has been quite a lovely first day here on the island. I guess tomorrow we'll give you guys a proper tour. I think we actually need to go on a tour to figure out where everything is.
Yeah, there's so much to this island, so many different places you can walk to, you can ride the little carts to, so we're gonna go check it out and give you guys a proper look at it.
But for now, dessert in bed.
And some kind of movie, for sure.
Sure, the food's great, they have fitness classes, everything's nice and fresh, but y'all, the most important thing when you're stuck on an island is that you have access to coffee. And y'all, they have a freaking coffee shop that makes real things like iced lattes here.
Yeah, so they have an actual espresso machine, which we were very surprised by.
And it is surprisingly delicious.
And of course, they make the most beautiful little pastries. Everything on the island has just been delicious and so well done. But as with any all-inclusive resort, it's tiny. They're always tiny.
Y'all, I don't know who was the designer for this place, but they did one heck of a job. Everything is just perfectly in its place. It's not overdone, but it has this perfect beachy colonial vibe.
It's like a Caribbean, slightly modern Casablanca-esque type of thing.
Exactly. It is definitely the place where you want to have on something sexy and be sipping a cocktail.
Every piece of furniture is so high quality, I keep thinking it would probably take me a half a year just to build like one single piece.
Yeah, sometimes you go to resorts and everything's kind of flimsy or it's not comfortable or it's kind of rough around the edges, but they are meticulous here. One thing you'll notice when you're walking around is there are people cleaning everything. Even like the little wainscoting on the walls and stuff. They're just dusting everything so it's all nice and clean and pristine.
Is this the wainscoting stuff?
Yeah, is that what it's called? I don't know. I just saw somebody over here with a duster the other day.
Yeah, cleaning this little ledge off.
Yeah. So we showed you guys the beach pool yesterday, which was amazing and beautiful. The color was just incredible. But there are many other pools here, and this one is right in the middle of the resort. This one's a bit more chill, and I think it's because it's so huge and there's seating all around it. So it seems like you could find a quiet corner and almost have a section completely to yourself.
And just like the other pool and every other area of this resort, it is completely pristine, perfectly manicured, as clean as a pool gets.
Just the attention to detail here, everything is just laid out so perfectly. We just found yet another pool.
This one is sweet. Look at this. It's completely private.
Maybe it is. Maybe somebody was supposed to close the gate. I just can't even imagine what goes into creating this magical wonderland.
Look, they've got fancy little outdoor bathtubs. What are you supposed to do with this? Does this work? Ow! Whoa! Well, this is the weirdest bathtub I've ever seen. Hop in.
What? Why? How? What?
If you guys listen to the background, there are just so many birds cooing and making all kinds of calls. And that means you gotta watch out.
I felt something hit me. I thought it was a leaf fell on me, but
Nope.
A bird got me.
It's supposed to be good luck, though, right? Did someone
Is
say
that
that?
right?
Well, that's what I'm gonna say.
Okay, let's go with that.
So these little paths take you all over the villa. You can basically just walk infinitely. And we haven't seen another person. We haven't seen another vehicle. Haven't heard anything but birds for about 30 minutes now.
Yep.
Yeah, it's weird how secluded you can feel on this island. So this awesome little spot is their garden. So I guess they grow a lot of the vegetables that they consume here, right here. They got the most adorable little eggplant growing over here.
We didn't realize that slow food means like fresh, local food.
Yeah, and prepared with like local techniques and stuff.
Yeah, but that is their emphasis here. It's all slow food. I guess this makes sense. They grow it here locally and then prepare it for us.
Yeah, so that means all the dishes are gonna have local ingredients. It seems like they're an infusion of kind of local types of cuisine, but mixed with a bunch of other types of cuisine, but all very fresh. And I mean, it doesn't get much more fresh than this, does it?
No, just come into the garden as a chef and being like, what can I make with this today? That seems like the dream. Yo, we just found a whole like outdoor boot camp area. So while a lot of the focus here is on relaxation, restoration, you can also get hardcore. You can do boot camps, you can do personal training sessions. What a cool place to work out. Now it might be a little warm. I'm sweating profusely and I'm just walking around, but
once the sun comes out, it'll bake you alive.
it will. But then you just go hop in the pool, all's well. Well, looks like we found the yoga studio. How magical is this, huh? Every day they do different types of yoga down here. All included, this yoga area sits in the middle of the resort and it's basically hidden, but it is the most beautiful area. You walk into the first building, it's this huge open hut. They have incense going, some nice music playing, and then you see the views behind that. You come down here, there's this yoga area. They do sound and water healing down there.
Yeah, and that blue pool down there. I don't know what that's about. I've never done anything like that before, so I probably won't do it this time. She would be doing the yoga if she wasn't really not feeling all that great today.
Yeah, I'm still feeling a little wonky, but maybe I'll do yoga tomorrow. Just when I think a place couldn't get any more ornate, we entered the steakhouse. And y'all,
it looks like a steak club.
this is so amazing. I was just absolutely stunning.
The smell in the air the minute you walk in is just delicious.
It just smells like smoke wafting through, but in a very good way, not in like a get out, it's on fire. Well, we started with a little appetizer of grilled octopus, and this is grilled cheese, provoletta. Check this out.
That is about as decadent as it gets. But obviously these are delicious, but we're here for this steak.
I'm very excited. We each got a ribeye, and it's gonna be awesome.
I feel like I need to brighten your face up or something.
No.
It's a very hardcore lighting in here.
No, it's supposed to be dim and cool.
Allison got kind of the more fatty cut, looks delicious. The portions aren't too big, which I'm very happy about. I went with the more lean cut, and I think mine looks better. But yours will probably taste better.
Maybe mine's like really delicious, yeah.
Possibly the world's fanciest French fries.
I mean, they look perfect, and like they made them here fresh. They're warm, but they're good.
They probably grew those on the property.
I mean, probably. That is tender. Holy moly. Nice and medium in there. It's super flavorful. You get the smoke in there, which is, I think they do like a smoky wood-fired steak. And then it's got the nice like chimichurri on the top. So it's got some garlic and herbs and spices. Yeah, that's good.
Maybe a fancy restaurant, but you know I'm doing a steak cheers.
Hey, keep it down, man.
I love just embarrassing the heck out of her.
Oh, he does.
The last night in the room.
Oh my gosh, but we were at dinner. They came and cleaned our room again.
Yeah.
They cleaned it this morning.
You
but
guys, they fold all of our clothes. They have like a towel here with slippers and stuff.
They took a couple of the pillows, but luckily left us 6. I think we have enough for one night. We asked for our dessert to come to our room again, and it arrived before us. Is this what turn down service is?
Turn down for what? I'm moving the lens as if you're gonna dance around.
Oh, am I gonna
Turn
dance
down
around?
for what? Is that what he says? Turn down for what, or is it turn up for what?
I think it's turned down.
Oh, all right.
But really, what was this for? I feel bad.
I don't know.
Because she definitely folded my undies.
Yeah, whatever you leave out, they will fold.
They will fold it.
And just like that, we are back on the mainland. Wah wah.
Back to reality.
Yeah.
Done being fancy people.
That was just like a fantasy weekend that we spent on that island. Like everything being catered to. Like every time we turned around, someone was there like, can I help you? Can I do this? Can I do that?
Yeah, they kept WhatsApping us, being like, can we make you reservations anywhere? Do you need anything? Can we do anything?
Crazy experience. And while obviously that is amazing, it was nice to try one time, but I don't know that it's 100% our style because we feel a little uncomfortable when people are paying us that much attention.
Yes. So it'll be nice to go back into incognito mode and just be one of the other idiots just wandering around the cities.
Yeah, so we're just gonna go get some simple Airbnb.
Yes, actually, we've got some fun friends that we're meeting up with.
Yeah, we're in the Dominican, so you probably
If
can
you
guess
know,
who it is.
you know.
Man, I'm not used to having this long hair. It's like the minute the wind blows, it's like all in your face.
He keeps saying, this is how you've lived your whole life?
I know.
I'm like, yeah, that's just how girls do it.
I keep threatening to cut it. I mean, I like it, but not when I'm out in the wind.
Not allowed.
After all this work, I can't cut it, right?
No.
All right, anyways, we're just rambling now,
Yeah.
so that's it.
Okay, I guess. Goodbye, adventure.
We'll see you on the road.